Tributes have been pouring in from around the world following the passing of Zulu King Goodwill Zwelithini. The king succumbed to COVID-19 related complications at Durban's Albert Luthuli Hospital in the early hours of the morning after a long illness. He was 72.
The Zulu nation is in mourning. The sudden death of King Goodwill Zwelithini sent shockwaves throughout the country. The king was admitted to hospital more than a month ago. At the time, Nkosi Mangosuthu Buthelezi, in his capacity as traditional prime minister to the Zulu monarch and nation, officially stated that the king had been admitted to hospital so that doctors could monitor his glucose levels. Over the month, Nkosi Buthelezi continued to update the nation on the king's health.
His Majesty entered hospital to attend high glucose levels. He was not and is still not frail in any way. Even this morning, he is fully mobile and is continuing treatment for unstable glucose. His doctors preferred that he be treated in the ICU in order to attend to this thoroughly.
When Nkosi Buthelezi made the announcement of the king's passing on SABC's television and radio platforms, he confirmed that the monarch had died from COVID-19.
Well, ngithanda ukungcizelele Zulu ukuthi kufanele lokho noma sidabuka kangaka singabe sesikhohlwa ukuthi silo sife ngesikhathi esizima salolu kuvethe ngangaba kwasona ukuthi singene ngokuya esibhedlela sahwithwa lokhu kufa.
Due to the king's illness, some annual traditional ceremonies had to be postponed, and for the first time the king was unable to attend the opening of the KwaZulu-Natal legislature. As the nation grieves, the king's body will be taken back to one of the palaces in Nongoma.
The king's body will be conveyed to the palace, hopefully this afternoon, where we hope he'll lie in state for a couple of days so that anyone in the nation can do so. But of course I must warn that this happened at the most difficult time because of COVID-19. In other words, that we should observe all the protocols.
Meanwhile, the provincial government has suspended all government programs in respect to the king. Details of his funeral are yet to be announced. Ayanda Mhlongo, SABC News, Durban.
President Cyril Ramaphosa has declared a special official funeral for the late Zulu king. It will be a Category 1 funeral. The national flag will also be flown at half-mast across the country from tomorrow until the evening of the funeral. Earlier, the president joined millions of South Africans in paying tribute to King Zwelithini. Acting presidential spokesperson Tyrone Seale says the king will be remembered for his developmental role in his kingdom.
President Cyril Ramaphosa is deeply saddened by the news of the passing of Isilo Samabandla, King Goodwill Zwelithini, kaBhekuzulu. His Majesty passed away in hospital on Friday the 12th of March 2021. The President says this sad news comes at a time when we had all been hopeful that His Majesty was recovering well in hospital, where he'd been over the past few weeks. The President has offered his sympathies and prayers to the royal family, to the Zulu nation, and to the people of KwaZulu-Natal and beyond, for whom the Ingonyama was an important symbol of history, culture, and heritage. His Majesty will be remembered as a much-loved, visionary monarch who had made an important contribution to cultural identity, national unity, and economic development in KwaZulu-Natal, and through this, to the development of our country as a whole.
This is how political parties reacted.